Hello and welcome to the Tuesday Online Exclusive. I'm Kate McMahon.
And I'm Margaret Faust. University health experts are urging students to stop vaping, while the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention investigate a series of illness outbreaks. According to the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services, 28 cases of the illness tied to vaping have been reported in the state. Our Brian Ray reports.
Alarm all of us.
Coordinator of Student Wellness Programs, Kelly Kelly is a certified substance abuse prevention consultant. Her advice to students:
listen to the CDC's warning. You know, this is not about creating hysteria, but this is serious.
According to the CDC, there are 380 confirmed cases of lung illness in the U.S., and 6 people have died. Kelly thinks the issue of vaping has been dismissed, and the CDC's warning is an awakening to take a closer look at vaping devices.
Risk associated with using the product.
The risk, both short-term and long-term.
Increasing your heart rate, your blood pressure, your metabolic rate, and so those are all, health risks that in the long term could lead to, cardiovascular and respiratory disorder.
Elon senior Will Henderson started juuling his freshman year at Elon.
Everyone else was doing it at like Darties and stuff, so I just felt like I needed to also.
Henderson says after going through 6 Juuls, he recently decided to quit.
I'm nervous about what I've done in the past, but I'm glad I stopped now.
Elon sophomore Sam Moreland says she first used a Juul nearly 3 years ago, after trying a friend's, then buying her own.
Really, I wouldn't keep doing it if I wasn't addicted, honestly.
Moreland says she goes through 1 Juul pod a day, which, according to Juul, has the same amount of nicotine as 20 cigarettes. She says her family has tried to get her to quit, but it hasn't worked yet.
It's harder than it sounds. I've tried to put it down. I really have.
Kelly, in collaborations with Sparks, launched a Juul exchange program where students can turn in their vaping device in exchange for complimentary fitness training and massages and resources to help them quit. For help quitting, you can stop by the Sparks office in Mosley to get a quit kit or visit quitlinenc.com.
The new LaRose Student Commons officially opened to students yesterday. The building was set to open at the start of the academic year, but construction was not finished until September. The new 2-story building features an activity room, game room, kitchen, and event space, providing the first common building for those living in the historic and east neighborhoods. The faculty directors and other residence life staff for the historic and east neighborhood are also now located in LaRose. The community director for the historic neighborhood, Simone Thompson, says that now their offices have been moved from Long, she hopes that she will be able to better connect with students.
I know sometimes people think of faculty and staff as intimidating and that they can't talk to them. So sometimes being in a fun space full of color, it's easy to have conversations, and it's easy for me to pop out and say, hey, how are you guys doing today, and introduce myself.
The new building, named after Elon alumna Gail LaRose, who graduated in 1964. She donated $2.5 million to have the building named. LaRose Student Commons will be formally dedicated on Saturday, November 3rd during homecoming weekend.
After Mamma Mia's opening weekend came to a close at the Piermont Theater in Burlington, I went behind the curtain to learn about the cast and crew.
The songs of ABBA filled the Paramount Theater this past weekend.
Mamma Mia, here I go again.
Songs that cast member Trinity Evans says makes the musical itself iconic.
ABBA's music is so much fun, so fun to listen to and sing along, and everyone knows, especially Mamma Mia, Dancing Queen.
Evans, a high school senior from Greensboro, plays Sophie in the show. As a younger cast member, she says she has benefited from working with more experienced performers.
And I've learned things from them, and they've learned things from me, and I've gotten feedback for them, and so it's really nice because I'm also learning while I'm in the show.
One of these crew members is Sean Kirkham, a drummer for the orchestra. Kirkham says he's worked for the Gallery Players for close to 10 years.
It's fun to play the music, it's fun to see the shows and help out with the shows and see how the actors and actresses perform and be part of the orchestra just to give them that experience with the music.
Kirkham says he's a fan of Mamma Mia because he has a personal connection to the music.
I'm one of the older people here in the orchestra. I grew up and I was born in the 60s, so in the 70s and 80s when I heard all this music of ABBA, it was stuff that I grew up listening to.
But the music isn't the only reason Evan says the show is worth seeing. She says the relationships built between the cast and crew, no matter their age, is reason enough to buy tickets.
This ensemble building and like the bond that we have together is outstanding, and it really shows on stage.
Margaret Faust, Elon Local News.
The Gallery Players will be here for one more weekend. To buy tickets, you can visit their website, galleryplayersonline.com/tickets, or call the box office at 336-222-8497.
And that's all the news we have for you today. Thank you for joining us.
For all the news you need to know when we're not on the air, visit our website at elonnewsnetwork.com and follow us on social media at Elon News Network.
Have a great week, Elon.